Good evening, everyone. Welcome back. This is Donna Sharp with Holistic Wellbeing. Thank you so much for joining me here on day 558 of doing these lives. So delighted to be here. Wanted to just stop in for a moment again just to share a little tidbit with you on alignment. If you don't know who I am your holistic and wellness life coach. Part of what I do, or should I say I'm so passionate about, is teaching individuals how to get better connected with themselves. And how do you do that? You first have to make sure you're honing into your spiritual life, because ultimately everything else that you've been trying to accomplish all of these years will fall right in place, whether it be your nutritional habits, your physical background as far as strengthening yourself through personal training. But most of all, it's just getting in touch with those emotions that you have that I find take you from one place to the next from day to day, right? So I promised to speak on the topic of alignment because I feel it's so connected with many things. So I'm going to cover just 3 areas tonight as it pertains to alignment and your inner being, and just to see where you are, just to jog some things in your memory that will start to get you to think. And then maybe after this short, brief live, you'll be able to say, you know what? There's actually times in my life when I've been through these moments but never really understood what they are. Maybe I need to take a closer look and get more connected with those areas. So I'm going to touch on just 3 points for you before I sign off. And as you can see, I'm enjoying the wonderful, wonderful outdoors once again. It's just so amazing. Just life has just such a great way of just bringing you back down and drawing you back to earth with just the surroundings alone by itself. You don't necessarily need to be around tons of people to do that. And you'll find that from the message that I'm going to speak about now. So the first thing I want to say is that I feel is super important is to first bring yourself to an awareness. Where are you right now in life? Who are you? Do you know exactly who you are? Do you know the things that you like, the things that you don't like? Do you understand when to pull yourselves out of surroundings, when to stay in surroundings? Do you even understand your favorite color? When I say awareness, I mean the full awareness of who you are. In life, a lot of times I think people are just operating on, they're coasting. They're coasting, right? I often say that sometimes when I look at people, they're levitating off the ground like Houdini. They have no sense of where they are, right? So I'm going to challenge you tonight to take a closer look and become more aware of who you are, the person that you are, where you stand, where you see yourself going in life. What is it? Why are you here? So get in touch with yourself, understand your thoughts, understand the many things that controls your thoughts. Understand how easily you're affected by other people's thoughts, right? It's basically aligning yourself up with what God wants you to do. The second thing is take note on the disconnect moments that you have in life. Again, there's things that happen and it may not necessarily go the way you plan. So do you stop for a moment and wonder, why did this take place? Why was I placed in that situation? Was this for my greater good? Did it come to teach me a lesson? Right? There's so many questions you can ask about just life and what life has to offer. But I don't see a lot of people really pausing long enough to really identify what went on and really evaluate themselves as it connects to those surroundings, right? So emotions, as you know, a lot of people, they react. They're not proactive. Emotions go like a roller coaster. It's up and down, up and down. 1 minute you're happy, 1 minute you're sad. 1 minute you're wondering, oh my gosh, how did I even get... Hello, Mr. Naji, welcome, thank you for joining. 1 minute you look and things are happening and you're just reacting crazy, and you're saying, wow, how come that even happened? Why did I even respond the way that I did? And that's because many people react to things these days. They're not proactive in the things that they do. So what that does is it doesn't set for a sound ground as far as developing goals and action plans, because they're flying off the cuff and they're just arbitrarily trying things just to see what works. And because they're operating on their emotions, it's not going to be a sound result, right? Not going to be a sound result. So I often encourage people, don't react, because you're pulling on your emotions and you're not being black and white when it comes to solving certain issues. There was a live that I did many, many moons ago, because as you know, this is my 558th day of doing this. So there was a live segment that I did when I spoke on relationships, and I spoke with you guys on the difference between a man and a woman, and I spoke intently on that. And I explained to you that men are very black and white. There's no gray area for a man, right? Women are so emotional that they have to go through the whole ordeal of everything. You know, let's say, for example, someone upset them at work. They have to go through the whole ordeal of, oh my goodness, this person hurt my feelings, and this is what happened. And they go through this long, drawn-out process. When the man is looking at the woman and saying, how can I help you solve that problem? Now that we've gone through all of that, how can I solve the problem? So they go straight to the problem. And this is one of the things I spoke of when I chat with you guys on Men Are From Mars and Women Are From Venus. I did a full segment on that. So like the same, emotions, they come to rule a lot of people. But if you're not in control and you're not aware, okay, as we're talking about today, how do you get in alignment with yourself? How do you get in alignment with the true being of who you are? Then you're going to miss it. You're going to miss it. You're going to react. And then you're going to look back months later and say, why did I even respond the way that I did? I've just ruined the relationship because I didn't know how to conduct myself. And that's because the emotions outweighed the logic behind the situation that you are in the process of dealing with, right? So the other thing that I have as far as under the second section is, do you have a sense of peace with yourself? So many people, they are going through so many things in life, and they're allowing life to take them like a surfboard. So what's happening is they're floating along, right? There's no rhyme or reason. They have no direction. They have no goal set. They have nothing. They're just going based on who enters their life and who promises them things and who says, I'm going to take you here. And they're just floating. They're not stopping for a moment to identify and become more connected with themselves, to say, you know what? I get it. I understand that you guys you want to do this and you're suggesting that I do this, but this is where I am right now, and I have to get rooted in myself and become aware of who I am before I can actually propel and move to another step in my life. The third thing I want to speak on as far as awareness and inner self is the distractions of life. How many distractions are you faced with right now in life? I can probably tell you a bunch of them, but I'm not living your life for you. So you have to identify what the distractions are. Take a look at your life for the past 5 days. I'm not even going to take you far, like 3 months or anything like that. Take a look at your life for the past 5 days. And I want you to just get a piece of paper. Do this as a little homework assignment tonight. I want you to write down 10 things that distracted you from the direction that you were headed just this week alone. Just 10 things, right? And you may say, 10, that's a lot. No, I promise you, you're going to start writing and you're going to say, oh my gosh, I can't believe this. So when I've done segments on how to do smart goal planning and setting action plans and setting sound action plans for your life. And it falls right in line with this, is that when we have those distractions, a lot of times we come way off track from what we're supposed to do, because we have no direction. So we're just flying off the cuff doing things. So what is it that you are doing this week in particular? What is it that you had set out to do, right? And other things got in the way for whatever reason that it did. I want you to write down 10 distractions that you had this week alone, and just take a look and meditate on that list and just ask yourself, did I even accomplish the task that I aimed to accomplish this week? The question might be yes or no, and it's going to be based on your distractions. So I wanted to speak with you this evening on alignment as it pertains to your inner self. I'm going to encourage you. If you don't have a sound connection with the Lord, I'm going to ask you to seek the Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ. That's my personal belief. And with the day and era that we're in, I am particularly praying for all of the men that are in my life, the men that I know, because the devil is coming to steal, kill, and destroy. And men, if you're not connected, please get connected. Get a mentor, get someone that's sound in the Lord, and get some biblical reference, because right now, if you're not living your life on solid ground, you're going to be swayed to and fro, and you're going to fall into traps and dismay and deceived moments with people, and you're going to look back and wonder, how did I even get here? How did I even get here? So I'm going to encourage you to hold your grounds, stay firm. Our men are so wonderful, And I'm just going to encourage you just to take a moment with the Lord. Just seek Him first and ask Him to minister to your life. And you'll see that this alignment for inner self will become a lot clearer. And when it becomes a lot clearer, like I spoke just not so long ago, you're going to find that you're going to immediately begin to weed people out of your life, because the majority is not where this walk is. All right. So I wanted to share this with you. I do pray that it ministered to you today. I'm going to ask you to share this live with someone else that's in your circle you feel could have heard these words tonight. If you are looking at that thumbs up button, if you put your finger on the thumbs up button and slide across, you'll see the heart. I don't care for thumbs up. I feel it's very dry. It's the whole point of communication for me. So I'm looking for hearts if you love this. But most of all, share with someone in your circle that could have used these words today. A lot of times people receive great word and they don't share with anyone else in their circle. So how are we to grow together, right? So if you'd like to learn more about me, log on to holisticwellbeing.com and click on the About section. There you'll find out why I'm so passionate about what I do. There's a little biography on myself there, a short biography. And I mentioned yesterday, if you also go on the Vitality store on my website, you'll also see my essential oils link. If you click on that, try to order a bottle of lavender oil and just douse yourself in it. Spread it on your pillow, put it in your bathtub, put it under your temples, on your wrists, and just inhale some of it, just to bring you down to a level of calmness, so that you're not only going to be better prepared for the people that are in your surroundings, but you're first working on yourself to establish that inner peace that you need. So my name is Donna Sharp. I am with Holistic Wellbeing. I thank you so much for joining me here this evening, again on another topic of alignment. I will be back again tomorrow to speak with alignment, how it affects another part of our life. But until then, you guys, please be safe. Please be safe. Use your time, your open time that you have as valuable time to pour into yourself and to identify yourself and become aware and understand better about who you are. Because remember, you cannot pour into anybody else's life until you're together. All right? So I love you guys. Wanda, thank you for joining. And again, Mr. Najee, I do hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. I do know who you are. Thank you for joining, and I'll see you guys back again here tomorrow. Have a fantastic rest of your evening. Take care. Ciao.